Hello everybody, and welcome to our take on EVGA's 240 millimeter radiator. I mean, they call it the 240X 120 millimeter. Why? I don't know, but we're gonna figure that out. So for this video, we're gonna show you not so much as a detailed unboxing, but we're gonna go ahead and pull this baby out of the box and see what she looks like. Even though it sounds like it might be broken, but I'm hopeful. We will see. So I'm going to carefully remove the 240 millimeter radiator out of the box, and but what am I supposed to do with this? Really? Take that, Strix. Take that, Ryzen. Take that, SSD. Aw. Well, I mean, so can we get the real radiator in here, maybe? Please? Like, we have a review to do. Well, I guess you've earned a place on the shelf here, buddy. You were lots of fun. Oh, exactly as I asked. Here's the real cooler. So let's get started. Now, I've been told that this cooler looks fairly pretty. And by fairly pretty, I mean different fans. Because every liquid cooler has different fan designs, because every manufacturer has their own take on what a fan should look like. And, Aw, who are you? I'm gonna call you Sparkle Joy.
Several song-filled hours later.
Okay guys, seriously, like we have a video to do. Nobody can give me the liquid cooler. Nobody's seen it anywhere. So I guess I'm just gonna... Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. But is this really the real liquid cooler? I mean, well, nothing's rattling. Hopefully there aren't any tiny stuffed animals to jump out and scare me and kind of win my heart over them, and they make me realize that it was a really bad life choice. All right, here we go. We have the EVGA 240 millimeter liquid cooler. RGB enhanced, of course, because why not? Everybody is RGBing all the things these days, right? You know, unicorn power! So, to start off this review, I do want to point out that EVGA did a pretty neat thing for those of you that aren't big fans of the setup with liquid coolers, closed loop liquid coolers. And that is, you do not have to mount the fans yourself. Yes, I did not stutter. You do not have to mount the fans yourself. They're already on there, complete with washers and the proper threaded screws. So if you got some shaky hands and you've drilled right through a core a time or two with some screws, you don't have to worry about that. Although I do want to point out one thing. These fans are designed to look pretty in a push configuration. So if you decided to put them in a pull configuration where the fans sit up top, it's not going to look as pretty, maybe a little awkward, but at that point, you're really not looking at your fans anyway because they're sitting underneath the top of the case, unless you have the kind of case design where you can see your fans easily. You know, Cooler Master cases used to, but that's in the past. So we won't worry about that. Next, we're going to move on to the block. Now, the neat thing about the block is RGB! Now, for the purpose of this review, we just have it lit up so you can actually see the EVGA logo lit up. However, with EVGA software, which is usually included, but available to download through EVGA.com by choosing the correct product, being a closed loop cooler, you can control all the RGBs for days. I think the white's a nice accent. You can do blue or red or green. Be kind of awkward if you had a Radeon card there and you made it red. Oh, the irony. don't do it. So, a couple things to note about this cooler. It is based on an Asetek pump. You can kind of tell by the design of the Asetek bracket, right? Although this cooler does not support Threadripper by default, right? Right? No Threadripper support? Well, doesn't matter. If it doesn't support Threadripper, Threadripper will support it with the included Asetek bracket that comes with. A few other things to note about this liquid cooler. The noise levels, as we tested, did not really matter whether they were brought down super low or they were increased super high. And this cooler tends to perform at its best when you have the fans all the way to the top. Considering the fin density on this, it's a lot different than most liquid coolers. Don't know if you can tell by looking at it, but this is one of those radiators that you can actually kind of see through, which tends to tell me that the density is not super high. So if you wanted to swap out the fans for some high static pressure fans, you probably couldn't get away with it without too much of fuss or muss from the liquid cooler or the fans. Pump's gonna go vroom vroom regardless, so. I do think that this is a pretty neat liquid cooler by EVGA, specifically for the fact that they actually thought to pre-mount the fans for you, so it would reduce the setup time when installing in a system. And the fan design's different. I don't think it makes or breaks it either way, but it's a nice little nuance. Now, if you were really interested in the EVGA 19th anniversary system giveaway, you can still purchase that system on AVADirect.com. We do have a dedicated configurator for it. Otherwise, if you were looking to just simply use this liquid cooler in any AVADirect custom-built system by us, we do offer it as an option. If you don't see it as an option, feel free to drop us a line. We'll make it happen for you. Feel free to like and subscribe the video if you like what we're doing. If you don't like what we're doing, that's okay. You can say that too. We enjoy the constructive criticism, and we're not going to cry in a corner because of it. We're adults. We put on our adult big boy pants, and we keep doing what we're doing. Thanks for joining us, and you have yourself an EVGA day. EVGA day. EVGA day.